Good day, everybody. Michael Oliveras here from JurisQ.com with Matthew Sullivan, a partner in a law firm of Gregory, Spektor Associates, a personal injury law firm that deals with construction cases, with car accidents, with slip and falls. But today I bring you Matthew Sullivan, who deals exclusively and has knowledge on, a lot of knowledge on construction accidents. Let me ask you a question. I'm just curious, and we had some questions from our viewers. What do you think is the number one killer during construction? What have you seen in your cases?
It's an unfortunate fact that the number one killer on construction sites are falling hazards, workers falling from unsecured ladders, scaffolds, rooftops, and other height elevations.
And who will be responsible for such falls? Is it the location, meaning the owner of the project, of this property, or the GC? Who's responsible?
Michael, as you know, construction is some of the most dangerous work in the state of New York, and that's why the laws in the state of New York are designed to protect the worker and afford the worker the opportunity to go after some of the defendants, some of the entities you just mentioned, the owner of the property, the general contractor, or the construction site manager, if they have unfortunately fallen victim and fallen from a scaffold, ladder, or roof.
So that means that you as an attorney, you have a job to do where sometimes it's not known, or the worker doesn't know who is the GC. He was hired by some contractor, by some firm. He doesn't know who the GC is. He doesn't know, or she doesn't know who the owner is. So your job as an attorney will be to find out all the possible parties that could be responsible and that could pay for the injuries. Am I right?
You're absolutely correct, Michael. And if I could take it one step further, that's even more true when we have the privilege of representing the family of a worker who has passed away in a wrongful death action. At that point, the person who would have the most knowledge has passed away. So we're really starting from scratch to build the elements of that case. And thankfully, at Gregory, Spektor and Associates, we have a team of investigators ready to go, ready to go to the site and identify who had the building permits, who had the construction permits, go down to the Department of Buildings and get that evidence so we can start to identify those parties who we can assist the family to recover from.
Matthew, as a follow-up, if somebody unfortunately passes away from their injuries, right? You said that the family could sue, the estate, in effect, right? Can sue the parties responsible. But what are they suing for? This person is no longer with us. He or she cannot work. So what are they suing for exactly?
They would have a number of different elements to their claim. First of all, they could sue for that individual's, that decedent's pain and suffering. They could also sue for what's called pecuniary loss. And what that means is if the worker was a father, a mother, or was otherwise supporting dependents, then those dependents no longer have that support, and that would be recoverable. You could sue for that amount of money. It's tough to quantify emotional support, right? Being with a loved one, but you would be able to recover for those losses as against the general contractor, the construction site manager, the owner, or any other entity that may be responsible for the hazard that caused the death. Yeah,
because listen, this is very unfortunate. And of course, the first priority, you're grieving for your loved ones, but you have to think about the future. Who's going to provide now for the kids, for the family, for the spouse, where this working person is no longer with us. So it's important to identify what you can sue for and whom you can sue. And that's why we provide your number at the bottom of the screen for free consultation, so you can find out your rights, what you can get compensation for, and from home. And we urge everybody to call as soon as possible, just to get all the evidence, to get, as we say, discovery, to use the court system to protect your rights and get the maximum.
Of course, you only get one chance to get it right, especially when you're dealing with a wrongful death or construction site accident that can often total damages in the millions of dollars.
Very good. Okay, Matthew Sullivan, a partner in Gregory, Spektor Associates. We thank you for your time. You're always very, very educational. We get to learn a lot of useful, I would say, useful and interesting information on how to proceed if somebody gets injured or even gets killed at a construction site. So we thank you for your time, and you bet we're going to bring you back for more questions. If anybody has further questions, you can call the number on the bottom of the screen, or you can post your comments below this post. You can message us, and we're going to try to get Matthew Sullivan back to answer your questions. Okay? Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Really appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.